Sophie, who's going to make us another amazing recipe today. Sophie, what are you going to do?
Yeah, so we're going to be doing a ginger and garlic rice bowl. So it's super quick, super easy. There's no cooking to it. We're going to be using some microwavable rice, whole grain rice, which is totally acceptable to use. And yeah, we've got some cashew nuts, some avocado going in there. And yeah, we'll just put it all together, and I think it'd be a really nice lunch.
Yeah,
or
sounds good.
If you wanted it as a dinner, then you could put a bit of more protein with it if you wanted to. But yeah, there's so many amazing little flavours that go in this.
Yeah, and I'm going to be telling you
easy.
all about the amazing health and therapeutic properties of ginger, because there's a whole load of ginger going in there.
Whole load of ginger.
Before we start, do you want to show people your special gadget for chopping
I will.
ginger?
Yeah.
Sophie's got all sorts of
used it, yeah.
gadgets.
So this has been just gone crazy on my Instagram and Facebook page. But it's my chopper. They don't actually sell this one now, which is pretty amazing. I know. They've I found a couple of similar ones on Amazon. So it's the OXO make, OXO.
Okay.
And you can get they're like push down ones, or I think Ninja's got one that kind of grinds. But basically, so any kind of ginger, garlic, chili, coriander, onion that you want to get really, really, really finely chopped, and it is a bit of a faff, isn't it? When
I hate chopping.
Yeah. So basically, I've already done the ginger and garlic, but I'll just go over to you. Just get it on and literally chop. And then it's just like tiny.
Yeah. And also for me, because obviously I'm quite often doing acupuncture treatments, if I've been chopping garlic the night before and then my hands stink and I'm working around somebody's face and stuff, it's not very nice. So
I can't get away with it. So I use that much garlic for like different things, but then I'm not touching anyone else's face. So
well, I had started buying some of the pre-chopped garlic in a jar.
Okay. Yeah. To be honest, it's the first time I've tried the tube like pureed garlic, and it's great for just like quick, simple.
Yeah.
things.
I mean, if you want little bits, you can obviously get it just chopped.
And just chopped.
I think it's in white wine vinegar or something.
Yeah, I know.
So it tastes fine, and then it's really quick when you're trying to throw a recipe together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
for something like this,
you're having fresh ingredients.
This kind of dish, because it's not really a cooked dish. So I think fresh would be the one for this one.
And obviously, for somebody like me who doesn't have a microwave, it's okay to you have to be a bit more pre-prepared to cook your rice and the
fine. You can obviously you can, but I am eating a lot of rice at the minute, just on my calorie training program thing that I'm doing. So I just need this just to be like whacked in, whacked out. But you can put it in the pan and just heat it through with a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of oil. Yeah. Or you can cook your own. It's totally up to you. Yeah. But definitely for today, I think for the quickness and everything else, that's going to work. So basically, we are going to just put the onion and garlic, ginger and garlic into the bowl. And then we'll just add all the flavourings to go with it. So, Sally, do you want to talk about
say something?
Garlic,
the ginger. Yeah.
Why
So I've just discovered that ginger is a flowering plant that comes from Southeast Asia, and obviously the bit that we're used to cook with is the root of the ginger, and it's very closely related to cardamom and turmeric and galangal.
Galangal, that totally makes sense.
Yeah, and ginger has got so many amazing health benefits, and probably one of the most commonly known ones is for treating nausea. So it's actually really good for people who have morning sickness. Yeah. Although you shouldn't take large amounts of it if you're close to labour, which hopefully by that point you wouldn't be having morning sickness, because normally that's something in your first trimester, or if you've had a history of miscarriages. But otherwise, it's very good for nausea. So you can have ginger like this, like the fresh root. You can have it dried, you powder, Apparently you can get ginger oil or ginger juice, which I've never seen or tried, but I don't know, they might even make it in one of those like Asian supermarkets or something.
That's probably where you get it, isn't it?
Yeah. So anyway,
amazing. So I've just got half a shallot, so the banana shallots, or you can just use if you've just got some small shallots. I think shallots would work better in this, just because you want that extra little bit of sweet and just it's not as strong. I love shallot. I've been cooking with them so much.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I just think it's like changing the flavours of everything that I'm doing. So yeah, and then banana shallots are fab. So basically we're just putting everything into the bowl. So we've got the ginger, the garlic and the shallot, and then we're just going to add half a lemon. And there, I've checked the pips. I don't think there's any pips in this bowl. I think I've gone for the nice unwaxed lemons.
Right.
I love the unwaxed lemons.
What is the point of waxing lemons?
Yeah, what is the point? You're just putting like bad into something good.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Very
Maybe
weird.
It helps them last for longer.
Well, yeah,
perhaps.
There's that, isn't there? But especially if you just if I'm using the zest and everything in my dishes, I don't want whatever they're using to
putting on the skin.
So right, so we've got that, and then we need to add a teaspoon, I think, of honey. Yeah, teaspoon of honey. Lovely. And then 2.5 tablespoons of oil. I've got extra virgin olive oil today. My glamorous assistant at that.
So the other thing ginger's got in it is something called ginger roll. So that's easy to remember. And that is a very powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. So antioxidants are the things that keep us looking young because they stop cell death. So when we have things called free radicals, which come from pollutants and toxins and just through being alive, you know, when we're breathing, everything that gets exposed to the air, like when you cut a piece of fruit in half and it turns brown, that's oxidation, and that's happening in all of our cells every second of every day. So we want to reduce the amount of free radicals that we come into contact with, which we do by cutting down on toxins and pollutants and so on, and eating really healthy food that's not been highly processed and that hasn't been stored for months or travelled thousands of miles if possible. So that's why we're always talking about the seasonal eating, so that you're buying stuff that's local and grown in your country, and not having things like papaya and mangoes at Christmas time, you know. So when we have lots of antioxidants, they help to stop the cells from dying or to renew themselves more quickly. My English is terrible. So it keeps our youthful looks. So that's really good.
That is fascinating.
Yeah.
I love that. So we've got that in the bowl, and I think that's all that needs to go in there. So I've just seasoned with some salt and pepper. And then you can add some more ginger, or just, you know, give it a taste. You can add some more ginger, but I did put quite a lot in.
Right.
So I won't add any more, and some more lemon juice if you want. So I've just put the heat on. I'm just going to get the cashew nuts, so 60 grams of cashew nuts. So this serves one. So obviously, if you just double it or whatever you want.
Yeah.
So we'll just toast some cashew nuts there because they're going to be top.
So we're just doing that dry?
Just in a dry non-stick pan. It won't need long. And then we'll get our rice in. Just put that on for a minute. So you can see how quick it is.
Yeah.
And then you can also add an egg to this if you want. So that would be quite nice. Just put on the top if you wanted something extra.
So would you cook that separately or throw it into the pan?
Well, I'd use this pan, but then just add a little bit of oil to the pan.
Yeah, not with the oil
ingredients.
Not with the mix.
This is just like a fried egg to go on top.
Could you substitute other? I did a food sensitivity test with somebody yesterday, and cashews came up as a super herb. So So, all right, pine nuts.
Yeah, pine nuts. What else? Walnuts. I won't really go almonds. I think they're just a little bit harsh, aren't they?
Yeah.
Got a bit of a dodgy avocado going on here. But basically, we're just going to finish with some cucumber and some avocado. So that's done.
Wow, this looks quick. So, one other thing about ginger is that it can potentially really reduce menstrual pain. So when they did the study and people were given a certain quantity of ginger, it had exactly the same effect in reducing pain as taking 2 ibuprofen. So that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Goodness.
You want to stay off. It was 250 milligrams of ginger powder on days 1 to 3 of your period, as effective as 2 NSAIDs. It can help lower cholesterol. That ginger oil might help to prevent cancer. Animal studies suggest it could protect against age-related damage to the brain and help improve brain function in middle-aged women. So that's good for all of us menopausal and menopausal women.
Yeah, wow.
You're not there yet, so if you've got no excuse.
I will be taking notes.
And it also inhibits the growth of lots of different kind of bacteria, so particularly certain bacteria that you find in the mouth that cause things like gingivitis and gum disease. So that's good to remember. So I think we've talked on a different recipe about having ginger and lemon in warm water in the morning.
Yeah.
I always put a bit of root ginger in my smoothie every day. I just cut a few, just a little nub of it. But you can, if you're feeling sick, you can have it in your in water as well. I think that was one of the things it was saying in the studies, is that sometimes people dropped out of the study because they didn't like the taste of how it was being administered.
Okay, yeah.
But it's also meant to be really good for things like osteoarthritis, especially painful joints and pain of the knee. So loads of people have painful knees, and this is one way of getting over that. I've just noticed you've cut the seeds out of the cucumber.
I have. So basically, I have taken the seeds out. It's just personal preference, to be honest.
The way you tasted them, or
no, I don't mind. I'm strange. Basically, I just think it looks nicer. You still get. I mean, the seeds are fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's up to you. So okay. I'd say I'm just doing it more for kind of the look.
Yeah, the aesthetic. So that's the thing is, we are attracted to food because of how it looks. And I think sometimes I make something that just doesn't, if you're cooking something that's really bland or it's all the same colour, it's like people who eat all beige foods or something. Yeah. That doesn't inspire you. We're supposed to be eating the rainbow, aren't we?
Exactly.
So if we make a bit of effort to just actually make our food look nice, that is really a good thing to do as well.
Yeah. So you can chop your cashew nuts if you want, or just randomly cut a few, the whole ones, but the half ones I'll just leave. So again,
let
these cool down as well. But
in animal studies, they found that rats and mice that were fed high doses of ginger lost weight even when they were on a high-fat diet. So that's quite interesting. I think it's just got such a sort of cleansing feel to it, hasn't it? That it makes you perhaps just affects your appetite and makes you not want to eat so much.
And then, if you've got any coriander or any parsley or anything else that you've got, then you can sprinkle that on the top as well. But I ran out of coriander last night, so
that looks
that's
amazing.
That's the ginger and garlic rice bowl.
Lovely.
So lots of nice goodness packed in there. So I think that's perfect for a lunch or dinner. And I would add especially the kind of diet I'm on at the minute, I would add some chicken with that.
Yeah.
Quite nice.
That's a good idea, yeah.
So,
and that has literally taken us, 5 minutes?
10 minutes.
Yeah,
well,
10 minutes.
We're talking, so it is 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You can see how quick.
Perfect. And
it would be the chopping bit that would take the longest. And then,
Fantastic. So before we go, I'm just going to show you a really quick acupoint, which is the go-to point for nausea, just in case you're on a journey somewhere and you haven't got any ginger to hand. So, you know, when you see those travel sickness bands, and quite often people just put them on and they wear them a bit like this bracelet here. That is not the right place. The point is actually your 3 finger widths up from your wrist crease. So it's on either arm, and it's right in the middle of the arm, in between the 2 tendons. So if you clench your fist, can you feel 2 tendons? Okay, so some people have only got 1 tendon, so that's normal. That's all.
No, it's just a little bit strange.
Yeah. Like so when you needle this point, not you, but obviously when I needle it, it sits over something called the median nerve, which goes into your hand. So sometimes people feel a little like flash, almost like an electric shock when the needle goes in. But when you're just pressing it, you shouldn't feel that. But that's basically, this is the point where you're supposed to wear those travel sickness bands and have it press on there. So
rather than
don't just put it around your wrist like a bracelet. And this is the absolute go-to point for nausea, stomach upsets. It's also really good for menstrual pain, irregularity, just irritability, feeling a bit crabby and moody.
Wow, my goodness.
Yeah, it just calms the mind and calms the stomach. So there you go.
Fabulous.
Right.